Louis Wall will drive 5. Zippin' and Rippin'. 2 Miss Wicked is where we begin. Bob McClure drives. 3 is Fancy Like Date Night. Bob McClure will drive that one. Should say Trevor Henry drives 2 Miss Wicked. 4 Minotaur is Jonathan Drury. 5 Zippin' and Rippin' is Louis Waugh. And 6 is Rule the West with James McDonald. Scratch the 7. And the raw fan pacing here in qualifier number 3. And getting away quickly is Fancy Like Date Night. That one skips right out of there. Getting away in second will be Zippin' and Rippin'. Then we'll go back to the others. Miss Wicked between horses is Minotaur. And on the outside, that is Rule the West. So as they head towards the first turn, revved up, ready to go. This is Fancy Like Date Night. And Fancy Like Date Night, this 3-year-old daughter of Better's Delight, leads them into the first bend. Racing in second is Zippin' and Rippin', while third is Miss Wicked, followed then fourth by Minotaur, and Rule the West is fifth. 28-4 was the opening split. So as they'll come out of the first turn, a loose leader by 5. This is Fancy Like Date Night. Fancy Like Date Night and Bob McClure are clear here by about 6 lengths, and that's going to get some action going as Miss Wicked is going to circle around on Zippin' and Rippin' to move up into second. Back in fourth, that is Minotaur, and racing in fifth is Rule the West. So as they head up towards the half, the lead shrinks right away here now on Fancy Like Date Night. As closing in was Miss Wicked into second. Tightening up as well ended up being Zippin' as Rippin' as they back things down here in the second split because the half was hit in a minute flat. That means they won a second quarter in 31-1. At least our leader did. So as they head to the far turn, it continues to be Fancy Like Date Night. Miss Wicked is now in second. Third is Zippin' and Rippin', 2 lengths then to Minotaur in fourth. And fifth is Rule the West. 5/8 of the mile in the books. It's the Better Slight filly Fancy Like Date Night in second, being pushed along. Here comes Miss Wicked as that one pops to the outside and will make a bid to get up another spot. Will be tracked by Zippin' and Rippin'. So they're by 3/4 here in 1:30 and 2. Pacing fillies come to the top of the stretch, and on the outside now up to try and take the lead. Fancy Like Date Night gave it away as she gives it away to Miss Wicked. Meanwhile, back in third is the gelding Zippin' and Rippin'. Then in fourth, that is Minotaur, and back in fifth is Rule the West. Off stride went Fancy Like Date Night at the rail, but with the lead, it's Miss Wicked as they're coming into deep stretch. Miss Wicked. Rule the West on the outside will try and get by to pick off Zippin' and Rippin'. It was Miss Wicked. Then it was Rule the West, Zippin' and Rippin', and Minotaur, 159.